Hello and welcome. Today's lecture is the part 2 of exception handling in C++. In our last video, we have seen what is error and its types, and what is exception and its types, and what are all the steps involved in exception handling mechanism. Today, I will begin with the detailed description of try mechanism and the catch mechanism, and how to use throw statement, and what is multiple catch blocks and how to use it, and how to catch all exceptions using single catch block, and what is rethrow on exception and how to use it with some example programs. So some of the points we have to know about try, throw and catch block are: try block is a block of statements which may lead to error. Suppose if you don't know which particular part of your code will arise an exception, then you may give your entire logic within a try block. Once the error has been detected, it is thrown using throw statement. That exception will be caught by catch block. That is, catch block receives the exception thrown by the try block. The catch block should immediately follow the try block. We can write multiple catch blocks for a single try block. This scenario can be used when your code contains more than one exception. If no exception is thrown, that is, your code has no exception, then the corresponding catch blocks are skipped, and the execution resumes with the first line after the catch block. So this is the general form of exception handling mechanism with try and catch blocks. Within the try body, we have to give our code. The exception in our code will be thrown by using throw keyword that will be caught by the catch block. The type of the argument in catch block should match with the type of the exception object. The argument variable here is an optional one. So this is the example program of exception handling. Here I have given division by 0 error has include iostream.h void main int a comma b, enter value of a and b. So I am getting a and b value from the user, and a divides b, the result will be stored in the C. So if b is not equal to 0, then we will get the C value and we can print it. So I write the condition: if b is not equal to 0, then we can get C. Otherwise, that is, b is equal to 0, then it should be an exception. So it must be throw by using throw keyword. So this entire code should be written within a try block. The thrown exception will be caught by the catch block. So here the type of the argument in should match with the b data type integer. Within a catch block, we can display an error message, that is, exception is caught, and also we can specify what type of exception it is, that is division by 0 error, and print the exception value. So let's run the program. Has include iostream using namespace std into main. So I am declaring three variables a comma b comma c. So we have to get value for a and b. Using cin operator. So c is equal to a divided by b and we can print the value return 0. So we can compile the program. So there is no error. So run the program. So I'm giving 10 for A and 2 for B. So we get C value. So it runs correct. Run it again. Give 0 for B. So the C value is not printed. So we can't get value when divide any integer by 0. So this situation must be handled by try catch block. So I write the condition if B is not equal to 0, I can calculate C and print the value. Else, that is if B is equal to 0, then I have to throw the exception. Here I can give any variable. So I give B as a variable. Next line of the try should be a catch block. Try within a catch block, I can give a error message. Exception is caught. So just compile the program. No error, so run it. So I can give value for A and value for B. So here the error message exception is caught is printed. This is a simple example for division by 0 error. So next one is using multiple catch blocks. So if there are more than one conditions to create an exception in the try block, that is if your code contains more than one exceptions, then you can use multiple catch blocks to handle all those exceptions. This is the general form of multiple catch block. Here I have using single try block and catch block 1, catch block 2 up to catch block n. So when an exception is caught in a try block, the exception handler matches the appropriate catch block and control passes to that particular catch block. So if some of the catch blocks are not matched with the try block, they are skipped and the first statement of the after the last catch block will be executed. This is the example program of multiple catch blocks. So I have used the simple function void multi with a single argument. Within a try block, I have given three exceptions, that is For multi parameter, I am getting value from the void main, that is multi of 1, multi of 0. So when I give value, the condition will be checked. If a is equal to 0, it is assigned as an exception, so it will be thrown variable, integer variable a. So if I give 0 for a, then it is also assigned as an exception and throw on a character value. Similarly, if a is equal to -1, it is also assigned as an exception. It will throw a variable double value. So the try block contains three types of exceptions. So based on the type of the exception thrown, it will match to the catch block data type and displays the error message. So in the void domain, the function is called multi of 1. So it goes to the this line. If a is equal to 1, throw integer variable. So it matches with the catch block, second catch block, catch into y. So it displays integer is caught. So in the second function called multi of 0, the control goes to if a is equal to 0, throw it is character exception object. It will match with the first catch block. So the error message will be character is caught. Similarly, if a is equal to -1, it will match with the double catch block. So the error message will be double is caught. So let's check the result. Here I have given the code. So just compile and execute. So when I call multi of 1, it throws a. So a is equal to 1, integer is caught. When a is equal to 0, character is caught. When a is equal to -1, double is caught. This is the example program for multiple catch blocks. The next one is catch all exceptions using single catch block. So in some situations we can't declare separate catch blocks to catch all possible types of exceptions. In such situations we can use a single catch block to receive all those exceptions. So how to declare single catch block? The single catch block with the ellipse we used to receive and handle all possible exceptions in a single try block. So here I can give all possible exceptions. So the catch block with ellipse will receive all those exceptions. So let's check the example program. The same program of multi-catch exceptions. So here I have given three types of exceptions in the single try block. So in the last program we are using three different type of catch blocks to receive those three types of exceptions. Here I have using a single catch block with ellipse will receive all types of exceptions. So when I call test -1, test 0, test 1. So let's check the result. Single. We are using single with ellipse. Just compile and execute. So when I call test of -1, test of 0, test of 1, it will throw three different types of exceptions. All will be caught by single catch block. All exceptions are caught. All exceptions are caught. So the same result is displayed but we are using a single catch block. So it is a good practice to use single catch block instead of multiple catch statements so that all exceptions will be catched. When we using both catch methods, that is multiple catch blocks and single catch block with ellipse, we should declare the second one will be the last catch block. So what is rethrow and exception? The exception handler does not handle the exception, then it can be to rethrow to the next try catch block. So here I have given the example code void function 1 int x. So I'm getting value for x. If x equal to 0, throw x. So that will be caught by the catch block. The exception caught inside function 1. But suddenly to throw the exception. So this catch block does not able to handle that exception. So it is going to throw the exception. This will be caught by the catch block next to this coding. So first the void main will be executed. So within a void main we are calling the function twice. When I call function 1 of 5, it goes to the function 1. So if x not equal to 0, so else part will be executed. So x value will be printed. So now no exception will be caught. In the second function call, function 1 of 0, again the function 1 will be executed if x equal to 0. So the condition is true. So through the x value, it will be caught by the catch block. So the exception caught inside function will be displayed. Suddenly it throw the exception. So it will be caught by next to the function call this catch block. So this catch block receives that exception and displays the error message. The function exception caught inside main function. So this is the example program for rethrow an exception. Just run the program. So within a main function, so inside main function, when we call function 1 first time, the value of x will be printed. During the second function call inside function 1, the exception caught inside function 1 will be displayed. Suddenly it throw the exception, so it goes to the next catch block, that is in the main method catch block. So the exception caught inside main function will be displayed. This is the example program for rethrown exception. So these are all about exception handling in C++. These are all the references I have used. You can also refer those pages to know more about exception handling. Thank you.